So obviously it's easier to make corrections after a win because your team's a little bit happier. What corrections do you try to make to your secondary this week?
Don't make the same mistakes twice or 3 times or 4 times. It's a never-ending battle. Perfection in the most imperfect sport in the world. That's what we do. Try to do the same things every week to get better.
USC obviously has some very athletic receivers. What do you see out of the Trojans so far?
Exactly what you said. We know Juju. We know him really well. We really thought at one point we were going to get him to come here. He's really turned into a superstar. And then they're just loaded all over the place. You just see it in the backfield, and the wide receivers, and got everything. So it's a typical. I've been doing this is my 14th USC game, and it's like the same guys that have been out there for 14 years. So, and I know that will help us prepare because we know what we're going into.
Were you guys pleased to get a few takeaways, especially in the secondary?
Yeah, and I was pleased I won the lottery last week and won $10 million. But yeah, absolutely, we have to. We can't win without getting the ball back. It's not fair to our whole team, and we have to. We play too many plays, and there's too many opportunities to not get a takeaway and change the momentum of a game or change the whole game itself, which we ended up doing last week, which was fantastic. Go ahead, guys. I'm going to ask you guys a question. No.
What did you think of the play?
What did I think of the Chicago Cubs last night?
Ugo Amadi replacing Arion Springs and the other guy.
Solid. It was good. It was solid. Arion's got to get that job back. That's his job. His job is get his job back and earn it. And we'll see how that all works out this week. I just hope he understands how competitive it is because Ugo is, in a season like we've had, it's always like, you don't want to say anything that someone's been playing good or something, because you could probably hunt some stats to prove different. But Ugo has actually played pretty well. He's not a guy that you chart and there's all kinds of mistakes being made or a lack of production, things like that. Just like, again, when you give up a lot of points and yards, it gets hidden in there sometimes. But he's been a pretty solid performer for us.
How much was the forcing turnovers, your defense turning a corner, and maybe some just mistakes from their quarterback?
Well, I mean, I hope a little of everything, because every time Tom Brady throws an interception, that's a mistake. He probably has not done that very often, but we have to capitalize on other people's mistakes, which we were able to do.
Schooler actually came out of the game on Saturday. Was that your doing, or did he want to come out?
No, he probably had a broken finger or something, had to go get it cracked and put back together. I don't know. I don't know why he came out. I don't even remember. He's on quite a few special teams, and so is Khalil Oliver. I believe Khalil Oliver is on all 4 special teams. Starts on all 4. So good for him that he knew he was tired and needed a break. Because some guys will rest instead of doing that, and that's more of his character. He's a smart kid. Yep.
How much weight was on these kids' shoulders the past 5 weeks with just?
I don't know. I hope none. Pressure is wasted. It's wasted. You have to go out there and work it off so that you prepare it. We always say pressure is what you feel when you don't know what you're doing. It's one of our mantras. But we don't want to feel pressure because we know what we're doing. That's a workload that we have to get done in the week and make sure our kids are just ready to play and not worrying about what they can't control. There's a lot of lessons and obviously a lot more lessons in losing, and winning is an instant antidote. It's an instant antidote. It's like so. We just hope that they see the film this week and know how much better we have to play to win this game. These guys are, there's 3 teams in our league right now that are superior, and they're one of them.
John, sorry, I just had to step out for a second, but you were talking about Juju earlier. When you're going up against a guy who you were so heavy with in recruiting, what's it like for you as a coach back there, watching on the other side?
It's a hardly a relationship anymore. He's gone to do his thing, and we've done our thing. You just admire him because you know him, you know his family. He's got a humongous family that treated us like we were family. And you don't forget those kind of things. And that's why, you hope he has success all the time except when he plays us. Because we have a lot of care for the kid. And, that experience we had as a whole, because, like I said, a huge family, and they treated us like family. They were awesome.
Sam Darnold has done a really good job of sparking this offense. When you go back and look at tape, do you see anything of maybe what has caused him to create that USC offense to go?
They know more than I do, but you know, when you open the season against Alabama, that was actually, no matter what, if they'd have won or lost, and the things that came out of that were, where are we as a program, where are we at, where we are individually, and that helped spark that team. And if it was a quarterback change, and if you look at the stats of the other quarterback, they weren't that bad, but you add a dimension in this guy that he can run the football and can break tackles and can scramble, and the dimension of that guy, what I thought was exactly what happened when they moved Hogan to quarterback a few years ago, and all of a sudden they had a dynamic running quarterback at Stanford. I went, oh no. I like those guys that drop back and can't do anything. And then they started using him running the football and sprinting out, and this guy has the same sort of knack and ability, and he sparked that team to, I guess, about 5 straight wins. Pretty good. Anything else? All right, guys.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome. Hey. This is my favorite.